As a kid, I never learned how to swim, skate. Oh, and get this. I never learned how to ride a bike. As far as I can remember, both of my parents, they just never taught me how. But I love my parents. In fact, my mom, she was my superhero, my best friend. And man, I looked up to her. She was also an amazing realtor. I mean, she loved her job, but most importantly, she loved taking care of her clients. But unfortunately, the market crashed in 2008 and she lost everything. Her business was never the same. And I'm not sure if it was the stress from her losing everything, but she got really sick fast. She was diagnosed with sarcoidosis, which is a breathing lung condition, which led to pulmonary hypertension and congestive heart failure. And because she no longer possessed the physical or mental strength to follow her passion, she wanted me to get into the business. And I found it funny because real estate just wasn't my thing. I wanted to save the world. I wanted to be a therapist. So I got my master's in marriage and family therapy, and mentally I was in a great place because I was doing what I loved. But unfortunately, my mom's health kept declining. And on October 21st, 2014, I lost my best friend. It was rough, and I did feel alone, but with time, I found comfort. I got married to the man of my dreams, and I was doing what I love to do. But something was missing. Suddenly, I felt like I was committing spiritual suicide. And then a friend of mine suggested that I get into real estate. Go figure. And in that moment, it was like my mom was speaking through her. I didn't hesitate. I got the books, I started studying, and somewhere in between the lines of me working and just living life, I continued to sweep it under the rug. But in life, many of you know, is unfair and unpredictable. Because at that time, my husband, whom I recently married, was diagnosed with stage 3 Hodgkin's lymphoma. I was a wreck. I had just lost my mom, and in my mind, I was going to bury my husband too. But God was good. And my husband was declared in remission in 2019. And then at that time he said, babe, you really need to get serious about real estate. Forget about me, I'll be fine. And then at that point I knew it was no coincidence. This was more like God's way of staying anonymous. And it was time. to honor my mom by walking in her footsteps. And here I am today, easily the best decision I've made because I feel fulfilled. And I'm still saving lives, by the way, but I'm doing it all while riding a bike.